Welcome to another video blog by The Counseling Geek, a blog helping you, the professional educator, develop technical and 21st century skills.
Hi guys, it's Jeff, the Counseling Geek. I know I've been away from my video blogs for a while, so I'm bringing them back. I got 3 tools that I'm going to share with you today, and I just want to bring it to your attention the support that Hobson's is showing to school counselors by donating to our cause to raise some money to send you, the school counselors, to ASCA 2014 in Orlando. So thank you, Hobson's. They are the makers of Naviance, which is a great tool, especially at the high school level, but I know they have also junior high level software as well. I encourage you to just check them out, and see if it's a good fit for you. But today we're going to be talking about 3 tech tools. One of them is called Pocket, and it's a great tool that I like to use, and I really use this more in my professional development life. So, it's not something that necessarily I would use at school, but it's something that I use to keep track of what I want to read, go back to, that kind of thing. So if you go to www.getpocket.com, like a pocket that you stick a handkerchief in, you'll get to this website. And this site is pretty intuitive. It's pretty simple to browse, and you're more than able to look at some of the different features that Pocket has. So if you scroll down, you can see the different options of using Pocket. And in essence, what Pocket is a repository that you can add articles, websites, pretty much anything you can find online. You can save it to your Pocket, and you can go back to it later. There's a few nice features that I'll show you in just a second when you do save things to your Pocket. Pocket does have Android, iPhone, Windows Phone apps that you can download and sync. It syncs with all of your accounts. So if you save something to your Pocket on your laptop, you can, as soon as you have Wi-Fi or 3G or something like that, you can update your Pocket on your phone or your iPad or your Nexus or whatever you're using, and it will automatically sync with the online list of articles that you've saved. You can add things from different web services like Twitter. You may have heard of something like Instapaper. It's a very similar type thing, but it's also a great tool. So once you've looked through some of this, you can look up and see some of the different integrated apps. But you just need to click login or sign up now, depending on if you have an account or not. And once you've created an account, for example, I'm going to take you here to where I've logged into my personal account for a bunch of different things that I've saved. So you can kind of see the setup. And there's a few ways you can adjust this. You can have a list of articles. You can have little images. I like the images because I like to see the pictures. It kind of reminds me what I'm looking at. But for example, I saved this one the other day, and it's an article. If I scroll back up to the top, it actually saves where you're at in your article. So if you leave it and come back, you can go back to where you were finished off reading last. But it's talking about anxiety in your brain and adolescence and stuff like that. So I thought it was a pretty good article. And one thing that I liked about Pocket, is this is actually a website. So I pulled this directly from my website, and I'll show you how to add it to your Pocket easily from pretty much any browser, any modern browser, I'll say. But it strips all of the other non-essential items within the website. So this is the article, but there was a header, there was ads and pictures on the side and that kind of thing. And what Pocket does is it takes the meat and potatoes of your article and puts it in a very easily digestible format. So it actually makes reading any articles that you're reading online much more user-friendly. You can adjust things so for example, it's also very customizable. You can adjust the font settings. If you have a certain type of font that you're interested in reading, you can change the size of the font. So if you want to read a little bit bigger, if it's too small for your web browser, you can make it smaller. There's a different themes. So sometimes at night, for example, if I'm reading in bed or reading on the couch and it's dark, sometimes the dark is better because it's not blinding my eyes with the white background. So that's all great. You can also share it with a bunch of different other, if I find a good article, I might share it with you, all you Counseling Geek followers on Twitter or Facebook. You can also view the original website as well. And then so once you're finished with it, you can click on the checkbox and you're done. So how do we actually add an article to our Pocket? Well, I have BBC open right now. I don't know why I use BBC. I'm kind of a UK nerd because I like soccer. But I feel like it's a non-partisan web service. But anyways, if I clicked on, say for example, this article here, as soon as it loads, I can add this extension. So like Firefox, Chrome, I think Safari for you Mac users, all have extensions that you can download and integrate with your web browser to be able to add these things straight to your website or to your Pocket. So if I wanted to save this for later, say I didn't have time to read this now, but it was interesting and I want to save it, all I have to do is up here, you see where my mouse is, click this little Save to Pocket extension, and it'll say Save to Pocket. I can add tags as well. So if I wanted to say news, China, war, for example, I can click Save. Tags are saved. This will go away, and then as soon as I go back, so if I go back to my Pocket, you can see it's automatically, instantly added to my website, and you can kind of see how nicely it displays. So compared this to this, look how much stuff is here and how much garbage, and look how nicely it formats it for you here. So it's a great way to get some resources. It's a great way to add things like blog articles. If you're following some of us counselor bloggers and you want to read an article later that maybe is too long for you to read now, add it to your Pocket. The next thing I want to show you is called Feedly. And for those of you that may have may follow blogs continuing that idea is I used to use kind of religiously Google Reader, which is an RSS news feed. It pulls information from different websites that I can add a bunch of websites. It pulls all the articles and I can read them from one handy location. Unfortunately, Google stopped their service on that, and I was very disappointed, but Feedly kind of stepped in where it left off. And so you can go to feedly.com, and you'll get to the site and you click get started to start your account. And again, this is a very overarching theme. You can access it from the web. You can access it from either Android, iOS, Windows Phone, BlackBerry. I'm sure there's many different types of apps and accessibility options for you to use this. I've already created an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. And then, so this is kind of my Feedly. And so basically, I've added, if you can see here on the left, if you want to add content, say for example, I want to add something about school counselors. If I can spell. So you can see like Danielle Schultz's blog. There's a few other people that show up here. So that's a great way to discover some content. But if you have some people like say you want to add my blog to your Feedly, so you get basically, these are all things that have shown up since I've last logged in. So for example, I can see, this person, Daryl, has posted something new. So as soon as he posts something to his blog, it shows up here in a nice, easily read way. I can click on this, and it'll bring up the article. And if I click on the title, it actually opens up the blog itself, or the newspaper article, or whatever website you're pulling it from. You can pull from news. For example, I have things like BBC, CNN, all that stuff. Some fun stuff, food. I'm a big foodie, so I like to see all the different recently added recipes that I can use maybe for Thanksgiving. Through this you can add, if you connect accounts, you can also add things straight to your Pocket from. So if I want to add this to my Pocket, it'll just say this. I'll say save. And again, it will add it to my Pocket. So if I go back here to my Pocket, you'll see it's already there. So it's a great tool. All you need to do is look for the RSS feeds. You can also look on this. You can just search by the website. It should find the RSS feed automatically. I highly recommend using this for all of your informational content. I would definitely give this 2 thumbs up. But feel if there's other RSS feed readers and that kind of thing out there, but this is a pretty universal one that usually it's easy to connect to, it's easy to use, and it's very streamlined and appropriate for most users. Finally, last and third tool that I'm going to give you guys today is I covered Dropbox before, and I just wanted to give you guys another alternative in that Box.com. So Box.com is a competitor, a similar type service to Dropbox, which is basically a cloud. So if you haven't heard that term, cloud means it's not stored on your computer's hard drive. It's stored in a server somewhere around the United States or the world, and basically it's accessible from anywhere. So I have, for example, a folder in my computer that is my Dropbox folder, as well as my Box folder. So if I save things to these individual folders that get installed when you add this program to your computer, the things that I save there will automatically be synced. So meaning, if I save a Word document on my laptop at home and I save it to my Box account, if I go to work and I have my work computer logged into my same Box account through the desktop application, it will automatically download the latest version of that Word document that I've updated here, so it's current there. So any changes I make here, as soon as I log in, as long as I have an internet connection, that's very important for you to know, it's always updatable there. So it's a nice platform to keep connected and to make sure that we're working on the latest applications. You can organize it just like your home computer's file system. I do recommend starting off organized. Create some folders. Think about what folders you might want to use and start creating a hierarchy. If you just create a bunch of documents in your main folder, it's going to get messy. So try to keep organized from the start, and it'll be nice. The nice thing about Box is if you email me, I don't know how many I have, but if you email me, sometimes you can keep an eye out online for little deals. But essentially, Box offers up to 50 gigabytes of storage for life for free. So things like Dropbox usually start around 5 gigabytes. This you can get up to 50, which is great. So you can see here, like I back up photos to my Dropbox because it's a great spot to, in case my computer dies or my hard drive crashes on my home computer, I want to be able to access some of these photos in case of an emergency or in case like I lose media. So it's a great backup system for bigger files. Most of your home document needs, if you have a bunch, 1,000 Word documents, that's not going to take up, less than 100 megabytes probably. So the space isn't necessarily an issue unless you're uploading many highly large-sized items. So it's very easy to sign up for it. Again, if you email me at thecounselinggeek.com, I'm happy to see if I can send you an invite for a 50 gigabyte account. If you sign up directly, it might not offer you that, so just be aware. But you can Google box.com 50 gigabyte account or something similar, and it should give you some instructions about how to do that or if there's current offers going that you can sign up for. But again, if you email me, I can see if I can send you an invite to that, and I'd be happy to do that. So these are the 3 tools. Again, Pocket at getpocket.com. We have feedly.com, which is your RSS feed reader that brings everything together into one handy location. And finally, box.com, which is an online cloud storage service like dropbox.com, but it's got a much larger file size and much larger storage size easily available to you for free. So again, if you guys have any questions, please visit me at www.thecounselinggeek.com. And again, I'm looking forward to collaborating with you online. And again, stay tuned for more video blogs in the near future. I'm going to be bringing them back more frequently. So thank you for watching. And again, visit me at the website.
Thank you for stopping by. Come back soon. Comments and questions are always welcome. You can connect with the Counseling Geek via Facebook by following @CounselingGeek on Twitter, adding me to your circles on Google+, or writing to me via email.